Good evening, gang. Monday night here, or, well, 5:30 before dinner. I put something up on the community board this morning, and a bunch of you guys saw it, but I'm guessing I probably only got about 100 emails on here, and considering how many people watch the channel, I figured probably not a whole lot of people see the community board, so I wanted to put this out in a video for everybody. We've all heard many stories about schools, colleges, companies, whatever, starting to mandate the jab. Okay. And I got an email from one of y'all last night with a letter written by an attorney that you can give to the school, the administration, your HR department, whatever, that basically explicitly says what a lot of companies apparently don't know. Now, we've all seen the stories on companies, oh, we'll pay you $100 if you get this. Or, somebody said one of their kids was in the military, and the only way they could all go on leave is if they had 100% compliance. Now, I can't speak for the military because obviously when you sign that paper, you are now property of the U.S. government, so they can do it. But I know as of last I saw, it is not mandatory in the military. So whatever this commanding officer is doing, trying to get everybody 100% compliant, is, I don't think, I'm not a lawyer, I don't think legal that he can do it, okay? It basically, he's threatening and coercing the troops. And if somebody takes that up the chain of command, that CO is going to be in for living hell when he has to go meet the colonel. So that being said, I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of rundown of what is in this. And, some of you guys know this, some of you don't, okay? But, the vaccine is only approved for emergency use only. It is not approved by the FDA for use, okay? Now, in this letter, like I said, written by an attorney for people to give to their authorities, let's just put it that way, like I said, HR, school administration, whatever, okay? I'm going to just read this one paragraph to you. The right to avoid the imposition of human experimentation is fundamental, rooted in the Nuremberg Code of 1947, has been ratified by the 1964 Declaration of Helsinki, and further codified in the United States Code of Federal Regulations. In addition to the United States regarding itself as bound by these provisions, these principles were adopted by the FDA in its regulations requiring the informed consent of human subjects for medical research. It is unlawful to conduct medical research, even in the case of an emergency, unless steps are taken to secure informed consent of all participants. Okay? Basically, what that's saying is, if they want to use you as a lab rat, they can, with your permission. They cannot mandate it. Now, here's the other thing that everybody's talked about quite often, that there are laws that absolve the pharmaceutical companies of any liability for any side effects from the jab. That's totally correct. Okay, they are basically no responsibility. I mean, if anything happens, you can't sue Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, whatever it would be. They're absolved of any legal liability of it. However, the school, the college, your employer, whatever, if they mandate it, they are legally liable for any injury that you suffer. Okay? That is also legal. That's something that a lot of companies apparently don't understand. Now, we all know this is going to lead to a massive amount of lawsuits. The catch everybody keeps saying is, well, you live in an at-will state. A company can fire you for any reason or no reason at all. Trust me, I know this one all too well. This is the industry I work in, okay? And yes, that is true. However, companies are still required to fall within the legal limits of the law. They cannot come up to you and say, you're fired because you're Jewish, you're black, you're female, you're pregnant. None of that stuff is legal, okay? That's all discriminatory. This is the same, okay? So here's the point, and again, we'll go into another part in this real quick. Do not quit. Make them terminate you. Because if you quit, you have no legal standing at that point. They say, we're going to require the jab. You say, I quit. And then you have no legal standing. Not only do you have no legal standing at that point, you also can't even collect unemployment because you're not allowed to collect unemployment if you quit a job. All right. So if they say we are going to mandate the jab and you refuse and they say, no, I'm sorry, you can't work here anymore, we're going to have to terminate you, please do so. I would like it written in my termination papers as the reason why you are terminating me. Leave your office, leave your place of employment, wherever it is, the gas station, the construction firm, the grocery store, whatever would be, okay, and go straight to an attorney's office and just hand the attorney this and say, what do you want to do? Okay. I mean, attorneys are going to have a field day with this right now because this is a violation of not only federal law but international law by mandating it. Now, somebody said earlier this evening that good old Guido Cuomo wants to mandate that all New Yorkers get the jab. And of course, he said, first, a law will have to be written. Well, yes, he's correct. A law will have to be written. And state of New York is going to have to write a law saying we mandate all citizens of New York to get the jab. That's great. There's only one problem, okay? State law cannot contradict federal law. And if Cuomo wants to write that law, that's all fine and dandy. But as long as the U.S. government exists, okay, he can't write a law. New York State Legislature cannot write a law that contradicts United States federal law. And United States federal law states very clearly that they cannot do this, okay, cannot mandate the jab. So, I will say this to everybody like I put in the comments today. Anybody that wants a copy of this letter, there, obviously there's a couple of things to change. I mean, the date on it, the to whom it may concern, obviously put your administration, your boss, whatever it would be. In the basic, it says, I urge you to advise all students, okay? You want to change that to I urge you to advise all employees or all, members of the social club or whatever it would be, whatever fits. I'm more than happy to send this email to everybody. Like I said, about 100 of you guys have asked for it so far. I've sent it out as quick as I can. Usually you're getting it within an hour because I'm pretty good on keeping up with emails. But if you want this copy of the letter, please email me. My email address is below in the description of this video, okay? It's pinballpreparedness@protonmail.com. If you forget it or spell it wrong or want to make sure you spell Proton Mail or whatever it is, like I said, it's in the description below. Copy and paste it right from there. Send it to me. I will get the email to you easily within 12 hours. I mean, if you see this video and it's 11 o'clock at night tonight, I'm in bed. You'll get it first thing in the morning. But please have this, use this. It's a tool we have. At least it, and if anything, it will give you some ground to stand on. And if enough of us are doing this, and again, the only reason you have to do it is if you're being told you're going to be mandated to. If enough people start doing this, then maybe it will, bring some attention to this. And, now companies will be going, oh my God, what do? We got to call legal. And legal goes, I don't know about that. Let me go look that up. And suddenly, you get a ball rolling. So obviously I didn't write this letter. This came from written by an attorney and was given to this one person who was given to me. And so I'm sharing it with all of you. I mean, as to protect all of us. Y'all know my stand on this. This is a choice. That's fine. If you choose to take the jab, that's your choice. If you choose not to, that's your choice. But the key word in both of those is choice. And I don't care who you are, the president of a company, the owner of a small business, the administrator of a school, the dean of a college, whatever it would be, they have zero right to force you to do something like this. And I wanted to put this out for everybody, just in case you didn't see it on the community bulletin board today, because obviously more people watch the videos than see it on the bulletin board. So if you want the letter, please shoot me an email. Other than that, I'll see y'all in the morning. Have a good one. Pinball out.